Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the newish Revlon Photoready Candid collection by Revlon. Did I say that? It's by Revlon. This is the box they got me. Sorry I'm holding it like that. My dress is on the button. Anyway, so as you guys know, or if you didn't know, I am on Revlon's PR list, have been for a while, and they often gift me new products that are coming out. Altogether, I have got the new foundation, the new concealer, and the new setting powder. And one thing I do have to say first off, here's what the actual foundation looks like itself. Surprisingly, there is finally a shade that matches my skin tone with Revlon. Hallelujah, people. For those of you that have seen my other videos with their other foundations, there has never been a proper match. I've always been in between natural beige and caramel something. I can't remember. Finally, they have expanded their range. I really do hope that this is universal throughout the rest of their foundations as well, that they finally expand from their usual 12, whatever it was. This shade range has got 31 shades, which some of you will be thinking, oh, that's still not so good. No, for Revlon, it is great because forever, for as long as I can remember, they've had a very, very small shade range, and most people, myself included, just couldn't benefit from that. So 31 shades is excellent. In a way, I'm kind of grateful that they did send it to me later than it was released in the US, because that way I was able to watch people's reviews in the US and Canada to determine what my shade would be here, because I was just too lazy to go to the shops. So my shade is in 400 Macademia. It is a perfect match for my skin tone. It's a teeny tiny bit dark for me, and the reason I say that is purely because it's now coming into the warmer months, and probably give it another couple of weeks and my skin shade will get a tiny bit darker and it will match me. It's not obvious, it's not offensive, I'm just letting you guys know now. If you are the same skin color as me, I don't have a tan yet, I'm still at my palest in terms of my face. My hands most definitely are darker than my face because driving, so the sun always gets there. Anyway, this retails at $9.99 in the UK. I believe it's on offer at the moment at Superdrug for a bit less. It varies in price, but its retail price is $9.99. But unfortunately, it's 22ml. Why, Revlon? Why is it not 30ml? And then I also got their Candid Concealer. This shade is in 001 Banana. Altogether, there are 4 shades. The Photoready Candid setting powder, which comes only in 1 shade, which is translucent, I believe. Well, it just says 001 on it. Okay, let me just read to you what their claims are. First off, from the email that they sent me directly. The foundation apparently has a creamy texture that goes on like moisturizer. I agree, it definitely does feel like I'm applying a moisturizer to my face. That is a good thing and a bad thing. It depends on whether you like the feel of moisturizer on your skin, because it's quite creamy. Evens out skin tone with a natural flawless finish. I would definitely say that my skin looked even, and it did look fairly flawless. Medium coverage that feels weightless. It is definitely medium coverage foundation. I believe that they may have described it as medium to buildable. Yeah, it says it on the tube, medium buildable coverage. I don't think it's buildable at all. I applied 2-3 layers and I could still see the same amount of skin underneath. So it is definitely a medium coverage foundation and not buildable. So for the summer months and that sort of thing, I think it's quite good actually. It's not a con, it's not a negative that I was saying, but I'm just disproving what their claims are. No harsh ingredients, anti-pollution, antioxidant, anti-blue light, oil-free. What's anti-blue light? Is that the light that comes out your phone at night when you sleep, and and your TV and your, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was right. Sorry, I had to Google it. It is the light that comes out your phones and stuff. I was looking for my phone. It's in my hand. Ew. It's also known as high energy visible light. The light emitted from televisions, computers and mobile screens. I was right, but I still don't understand how that affects my skin. Much like UV rays from the sun, this type of light can have detrimental effects on the skin. Oh. There is evidence to suggest that high energy, short wavelength qualities of blue light mean it penetrates the skin, causing inflammation, hyperpigmentation and breakdown of collagen and elastin, which are integral to healthy skin. What the hell is this? I've never heard of this before. I mean, I don't leave my TV on and my phone's off. Well, it's not off, it's on the floor, like... But seriously, I had no idea. Wow. Well, all I can say is moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Use your skincare routine day and night, and blue light, green light, whatever light it is, you should be protected. Just going back to the foundation itself, and in terms of its 31 shades, it is broken down into cool, neutral and warm, and then light, medium and deep. Macademia is medium and warm and literally sits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It literally sits right in the middle of the warm tone spectrum, the warm medium. So I am smack bang right in the middle. On their own website, their description is so dud. It's like 2 lines. All right, Boots has got a much more better description. So let's just quickly read this. This Revlon Photoready Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation is a skincare inspired foundation that's ultra blendable, buildable and infused with antioxidants, anti-pollution and anti-blue light ingredients. There are no oils, phthalates, synthetic dyes and fragrances. The benefits are it's got a creamy texture that goes on like moisturizer. Yep. Blends out even skin tone weightlessly. Yep. Premium pump packaging. Well, it's got pump packaging. Whether it's premium or not, who knows. Medium buildable coverage. No, it's just medium coverage with a natural finish. Yep. Keep skin feeling moisturized all day. Most definitely. And that is it. So other than agreeing with everything they've already stated, I have to say that I actually think it's a pretty good foundation. I mean, I do say that 22ml is pretty poor. They should have at least done 30ml. One thing I do have to say is now, I have been setting it with my close-up concealer by Nabla, but generally I've noticed that I did not really get shiny throughout the day. I wore this for up to 14 to 16 hours, and yes, a little bit of oil kind of came through. I've got normal to combination skin, by the way, but overall my skin did not get oily, greasy. It didn't separate, which was amazing considering it'd been quite a warm day when I was testing it out as well. I have worn it under a variety of different environments, but generally I've noticed that it performs quite well. I would definitely give this probably a 9 out of 10, purely because even though it says it's medium buildable, I definitely wouldn't say that it is. Also, I don't know how many layers they expect you to apply before it becomes full coverage, but it's only 22ml, meaning if you keep building and building and building, you're going to finish it off a lot sooner than is necessary. I don't know if there's an SPF in this though, because even though it says that it's all anti this, anti that, anti pollution, wouldn't it make sense if it was also had SPF in it? I mean, let's see what it says on here. I've got this little from them. Also, I've got to show you, thanks for the bag. See, this is proper marketing, Huda Beauty. Candid foundation. I can, so I did. Nice, nice, nicely done. I like it. See the play on words there? That's somebody who's got a good marketing team. Now, all it says is what's in: antioxidant, anti-pollutant, vitamin E, anti-blue light, caffeine for the concealer only. What's out: oils, phthalates, harsh fragrances, synthetic dyes. So surprising it doesn't have any SPF in it, but I suppose you can just add that yourself. But considering that I think that this foundation is supposed to be quite similar to the Maybelline one, that one has got SPF 50 in it, isn't it? So surprising. But other than that, I think it's actually a really, really good foundation, and I'm generally very, very happy with this. It looks nice. The coverage is nice enough. For somebody who's got textured skin like me, I would have needed a little bit more coverage that I unfortunately can't get with this. It does not emphasize my textures. It does not emphasize pores. It doesn't blur pores, but that's not one of its claims. It's like a skincare moisturizer with foundation mixed into it. It sits nicely on the skin. It doesn't oxidize either. It doesn't move around. I love the fact that it doesn't separate, despite the fact that I had it on for 15 to 16 hours. Even before I took it off, I probably noticed a tiny bit of separation here, but that might also be because I've got concealer around my eyebrows and a teeny tiny bit on my chin. That was literally it. Yes, it is transferable, just bear that in mind, but overall I think it's a really good foundation. Let's now move on to the concealer. The concealer comes in 4 shades: banana, vanilla, sand and cafe. And obviously, me being yellow toned, I went for banana, and what can I say? No, 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 no. This is white with a hint of yellow. This does not work well with my skin tone. When I wear this with this, you will see the stark difference in color, and all I can just say is no. This is a very poor banana shade Revlon. It really isn't good. You can see it here, like look at it, it's like yellowy. And then on top of that, you've got the very funny, strange looking doe foot applicator. I've never come across a doe foot applicator like this before. It's like a foot. It's very weird, but I suppose in a way it's good because it makes it easy to glide around on the face, and you know, you can get into the panes of your face nicely, and it comes in a tube which is nice and squeezy. Maybe the other colours might work for me. I mean, cafe is meant to be for deep skin. Sand maybe, but I don't know. probably just don't think that there is a shade for my kind of skin tone. Now let's just read what this is about now. It's an antioxidant concealer. Again, a skincare inspired concealer that's ultra blendable, ultra buildable, and infused with antioxidants, anti-pollution and anti-blue light ingredients, the same as the foundation, just the concealer equivalent. And it's suitable for sensitive skin. Mine camouflages under eye puffiness. I don't know how you would camouflage puffiness, but okay. Bags and dark circles. Doe for applicator mimics finger. Oh, so it's meant to be like a finger. My finger don't bend like that. All right. Perfect for applying to delicate eye area. Medium buildable coverage, natural finish, and it's also got caffeine in it. Caffeine is something that reduces the puffiness under the eyes and with time also reduces dark circles. Do I love it? Do I hate it? I hate it. Firstly, the color is just off. Medium buildable, again, same as the foundation. It's not. It's medium coverage. I can still see the darkness under my eyes. Because it's too light for me, it gives me a nice grey tinge under my eyes. It doesn't cover all my dark circles, and my dark circles are actually not too bad due to the fact that I use the ordinary caffeine solution and have done for almost a year. I rarely get puffiness under my eyes unless I've been crying like a baby, and overall I just don't really think that this is that good. It just does not give that kind of coverage that I need, and the colour is just not that great either. Altogether it costs $6.99, which is its retail price. Definitely prefer the foundation over the concealer. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's ultra blendable, definitely. It's very easy to blend. It's just not ultra buildable. How much concealer can you put under your eyes? Secondly, it starts to crease within a couple of seconds, and despite the fact that I will keep taking my sponge and keep blending out before I get the powder and quickly put it on, still creases, and the crease remained there literally all day. It creases very fast. So I'm going to have to give this probably a 5 out of 10. It's not my favourite Revlon, unfortunately. Alright, let's now move on to the final part of this collection, which is the Photoready Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder, which comes in one and only shade pale as white as white. That's not what it's called, by the way, I just made that up. It is a loose setting powder infused with antioxidants, anti-pollution ingredients, anti-blue light, anti-blah, blah, 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 blah. Lightweight, yes. Airbrushed finish for a blurring effect, no. Universal shade, non-whitening, non-chalky, no. No mess packaging with sifter, no. Yes, it is kind of lightweight. And airbrushed finish for a blurring effect, no. This is what I used under the eyes, which helped to just accentuate the creases under my eyes with the concealer. It's too light for my skin. It made me look grey. Concealer coupled with the powder just gave me dead zombie eyes. This is not the kind of concealer shade or powder that will work well with medium or deep skin tones. If you've got deep skin tones, be prepared to look like a zombie. Don't even try this one. And as for this, no. It's not a universal shade. It definitely doesn't work well for me. No, it's not completely white, but it's kind of off-white. On top of that, I really can't stand the packaging. I mean, what's with the empty space on the top? Was there supposed to be something in here? Like a sponge or a powder puff? Because there's nothing there, so it's got this big empty space. And then when you open it up itself, it's got the sifter in there, but how are you supposed to actually get the product out? Because the holes in the top push into the sifter holes, blocking the product from coming out. So when you try and tip it upside down to get any powder to come out, it's impossible. I end up having to tip it into the lid in order to get the product out. This is the most ridiculous kind of packaging I've ever come across. So overall, I would probably give this a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's that great. This shade doesn't work well. In this day and age, Revlon, we really need a couple of shades in order to cover off quite a few people. You came out with 4 shades with this. Why would you think that one shade is acceptable for the powder? It's just not. They've all got that same scent that Colour Stay foundation has. This one definitely smells like the Colour Stay foundation. It's quite overpowering. I'm not a big fan. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my demo and apply this to my face. I'm going to prime my face first. Let's take out the nose stud. Using the Makeup Revolution Mattify Primer and just wipe that everywhere. So as this just settles on my face and my face goes a little less red, this is 2 pumps on this side, 2 pumps on that side, and then an extra to cover it. Then I'll show you what it looks like just with 1 layer so that you can understand why I need to apply more than 1 layer. The brush I'm going to be using is this one by Real Techniques. It's the Expert Face Brush, one of my favourite face brushes, as you guys know. It's got a nice dense-ish fluffy kind of feel to it, which is great for thick creamy sort of foundations such as this one. So here you can see I've applied 2 fairly generous blobs. Okay, so that is 1 layer, quite generous, as you can see the amount I had to apply 2 pumps here, 2 pumps there, then spread it all around. Do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. So you can't leave it like this. I'm actually fairly happy with this. It might also be because when I tested this out without primer, it didn't apply to the skin as nicely. My face has very recently been moisturized because I was actually reviewing something else earlier on. But overall, it sits really nicely. It's very overpowering, that scent. It's that Color Stay scent. I don't like it. It reminds me of paint stripper and, I don't know, perfume. It's like a mix of the two. But overall, it looks really nice on the skin. It settles nicely. It doesn't accentuate my textured skin. It doesn't accentuate any pores, and it definitely doesn't oxidize. Let me just apply a tiny little bit more just here on my trouble areas, which is where I have most of my pigmentation. I definitely don't feel that you would need to do any color correcting if you have skin like mine. I only have a little bit of pigmentation, again, because of all the ordinary skincare products that I use. Yes, I promise I will eventually do a video. I know I've been procrastinating for like a year, but I'm always doing like 100 videos at once, and I try to like prioritize some over others for you guys, just so that you can see them on time. Okay, so that is the foundation. What do you think? It's nice, yeah? See the colour? Blends nicely. Now you can see it properly because I had my hair lasering done on my neck the other day. So whereas in the past few videos you've seen my hairy neck, now you can see it properly with the foundation. TMI. But it looks really nice. I'm not going to set it just yet because what I want to do is I'm not going to set it with this because I know it's too light already. You can take my word for it. You can see it yourself. I'm going to set it with the Nabla powder. But what I'm going to do first is do the concealer just so that you guys can see how that looks first off. What did I say to you guys? White with a hint of yellow. Innit? Yeah? This ain't for medium tone skin. This ain't for Asian skin. Oh my god. I just feel like the perfect shade of the foundation has been ruined by this concealer. Look at it. Blended out and all. Blends out very easily, but hello. Hello, white. Alright, let's take this brush now. Fix all this nonsense. And just try to leave certain bits blended. Look, even the nose. Why? Forehead looks lighter now. You see, the foundation on its own is perfectly fine. As soon as you include this Tipp-Ex to your face, ruins it. And already, I don't think you can tell, because it's so ghastly white on the camera, that it started to crease already. So what I'm going to have to do is work with this quite quickly and set the under eyes as quickly as I can. I'm going to have to bake it. I don't like baking, but I've got to do what I've got to do for the review. Alright, I've had it on for a couple of minutes. I need to take it off now. My under eye feels dehydrated. This has got a very strong perfume scent as well to it. It's different to the foundation smell, but it's quite strong. I can feel this dehydrating my under eye area. This is very drying on the face. Alright, so that is all the 3 products that I wanted to show you guys, just so that you can see what it's like before I do anything else to my face. You can see that this area here looks lovely. This area there, here, there's like a slight white cast over it. Am I wrong? No. I look like an old lady. It's making me feel old under my eyes. And I'm not old. But no, I just don't like how this powder works. The foundation is great. The powder, again, minimal marks. It's just not great to use on the face. It feels drying under the eyes. It just adds to that whole greyness that the colour of the concealer gives me. And I'm just overall not happy with it. So I would personally, out of these 3, I would definitely recommend the foundation above the other 2 products. I just don't think that they're that great, and I don't think anybody needs them in their collection. So just saying. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. My makeup is done. On my lips, I'm actually wearing another Revlon product. It's the Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and this one is in Addiction Dependence 610. Love this color. It's gorgeous. So this is what it looks like when it's all finished. It looks lovely. It feels nice and soft. The only gripe I have is with this area in particular. I can feel the powder just killing all the moisture under my eyes, making the area just seem crepey, accentuating lines. Why are you doing this to me? Oh yeah, I can see the creasing that's happened there already, even with the set powder. And it looks grey, it looks dusty, it looks old. I don't like it. That is my review of the Revlon Candid collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are about any of these products that you have tried. Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful and great. For reference, these fabulous toucans are from Zara. This t-shirt's from Uniqlo, but it's like old. This is new though. Just got this today. And that's it. Hope you guys are wonderful, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.